Welcome to High Infidelity, the best cheating videos on YouTube. If you enjoy this content, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications. Now let's get into the video.
I just left my wife, and I feel 100% fine about it. 10 years ago, I thought I had the perfect life. Upper six-figure job, beautiful wife, clean house, 2 new cars, and a child on the way. My job made me happy and I was good at it, and the stability was great. My wife loved me for me and ignored my flaws as I tried to perfect them. In return, I adored her and we seemed to be the perfect couple. People would always compliment us and talk about how envious they were of our relationship and everything. It kept getting better. I kept getting promotions. The kids, now 3, were born, and we eventually moved from an ordinary house to an incredibly nice one. My wife was doing very well in her career, optometrist, and we took fun vacations every year. Again, I thought I had it made. I don't know how this would have prompted it, but in early 2015, I bought her a Tesla for her birthday. She hadn't gotten a new car since 2008, and I kept getting new cars, therefore I surprised her. She loved it, loved me, and I remember spending that entire day just taking rides in it and figuring out how all the gadgets and icons worked. It was complete downhill from there. I don't know how that would have triggered anything, but in the months following, she became increasingly distant from not only me, but our children. My oldest, 10F in particular, felt hurt by this and would often try to ensue conversations with her mother in order to get her talking. Some days this would work and she would be pleasant. Others, it would have the opposite effect. The first time I suspected that I was no longer her man of choice was in July 2016, when I noticed she was no longer going to yoga classes, but telling me she was. We were on the same phone plan, and part of that plan was we could see our locations of our phones. I was routinely browsing the app one day and noticed she appeared to be at someone's house. Since she had been irrationally angry that day prior to leaving, I didn't question her about it when she got home from yoga. Instead, I chose to closely observe where she went during her yoga times. It would always seem to end up at the same house, a well-off neighborhood probably a step above ours, a little north of town. I was getting ready to confront her when I noticed that she had been returning to yoga again. During this period, she became incredibly distant and hormonal. My entire family had noticed this behavior going on for over a year now, but I had had enough. I sat her down and asked her what was going on. She gave me the cold shoulder, and when I questioned her about the yoga locations, she accused me of stalking, invading privacy, and being a grade A. That's when I asked her, "Are you cheating on me?" Of course, the answer was no. What followed in the weeks to come was distrust, hatred, and plain anger towards me. It was clear she knew I had caught on and was now trying to play the "I can't believe you think this" victim card. But I knew. I saw through it all. When she finally admitted she had seen and slept with another man, that's when I made my mistake. I forgave her. She told me she loved me, she loved our family, and in that moment I believed her. I thought she could change. I was wrong. We tried marriage therapy. We tried taking adult days. It seemed to work. We were happy, and she was genuinely having fun, and it seemed like I had the older back. I was relieved. This allowed me to pour more time into my kids and my work and have less stress overall. My business trip to San Diego, I live on the East Coast, USA, was cut short when my colleague fell ill, and our clients insisted that we reschedule. It was a but, and we caught the next flight out and returned home. I'm not sure why I didn't tell her I was coming home, but I just didn't. Maybe I wanted it to be a surprise. The only surprise I received when I pulled into the driveway was seeing a Ford SUV in my garage and finding not one, but two men in my bed. With my wife. This all happened yesterday. I'm finally putting it into words. My wife started babbling when it happened, desperately trying to explain. I heard none of it. I walked out of my room, went to the basement, and poured myself a drink. I could hear the men upstairs leaving, and when I returned upstairs, it was my wife sitting there, clothed with a sad smile on her face. She started talking, but I wouldn't have it. I told her to get out. I told her to get out of my house. I informed her that I'd get her stuff to her by the end of the week. She tried to pull the "what about the kids?" but I was just done. I'm sad, but not for her. I'm sad for my kids. I'm sad for whatever poor soul she meets next. I will fight hard for my kids, but my biggest fear is losing them. I know the court will rule incredibly in favor of mothers. I hope they realize that I've spent the last 3 years doing my best to mend a broken marriage for my family, and nothing has worked. I told my kids this morning. They asked why Mom didn't spend the night last night. I didn't make them go to school today. They're all upstairs together. This whole situation is terrible for everyone involved, and it could have been completely preventable. I don't pity my wife. I hope that she has one label for the rest of her life: cheater. I wanted to follow her. I want people to know. She is a prominent optometrist in our area. This could very well hurt her business if word spreads, which it very well may. Thank you all for listening. If you have undergone something similar, I'd love to chat. Edit, what a wave of support. Wow. I will try and get back to all of your comments. Please forgive me if I do not. This makes me feel a lot better. I've never been gilded before. Now look at some comments. While you are obviously much more on your way in life than some stupid guy in his 20s on Reddit, just know you aren't alone. I was lucky enough it was just my fiancé that did this to me. It sucks that you can give someone everything you have to offer and then just throw it away. Or even worse, continue to take while simultaneously pandering to another. I'm sure everything will work out for you, especially if your kids could even feel our distance. All the same, I hope the best for you. Hey, I just saw this. Thanks for your reply. I just want you to know that just because I've been successful in my career doesn't mean I'm any more on my way than you are. Money and material things can always be replaced. I'm sure you're a fantastic human being. Thank you for your kind words, though I will get through this. I feel for you a similar situation to yours happened to me, and the absolute betrayal is what devastated me, but after a while I was very bitter about it and just went off the rails, but then I met another woman who I ended up marrying her and love her now more than ever. So in the end, I was very lucky to find someone else when I least expected it, and now I am just sad for her as she means absolutely nothing to me anymore. Hope you are okay and that you get the kids as you deserve. All the best! Please get tested. I am pretty sure that there were more people that your wife was having an affair with than the ones you know. Please do this for yourself and for your future. Yes. My best friend dated a guy for only 3 months. Everything seemed awesome. He was a cop and seemed like an all-around good guy. I even gave him a thumbs up. One night he got blackout drunk and did a whole bunch of crazy. He lost his phone. She found it for him, and since she had just called, it was unlocked. She found messages from 4+ women, and one of which was him asking if this girl would make him wear a condom next time. He was sending these messages while she was home making him dinner. I told her to get tested. She has chlamydia. Luckily, she found out quickly. She'd apparently had it for about a month. Go get tested. Do not wait. Man, I lost a bit of air in my lungs reading this story. When you mentioned coming home to catch her with 2 guys, man to man, my heart aches for you and your kids. But I learned something about you reading this story. You're a damn man. You know exactly what you have to do. I am certain you will take great care of your children. They deserve you and are lucky to have at least one awesome parent. That's more than most separated families can provide. Good luck, Goodman. I wish you all the best. Dude, that's the only way you're gonna win. I know this is hard, but dude, life is a constant struggle. I don't say that in any weird way. I just said it because at the end of the day, that's the cold-hearted truth. Hey, I just saw this. Thanks for your reply. I just want you to know that just because I've been successful in my career doesn't mean I'm any more on my way than you are. Money and material things can always be replaced. I'm sure you're a fantastic human being. Thank you for your kind words, though. I will get through this.